St. Louis has long been a battleground for some of the most epic Supercross showdowns in history, and 2025 is no exception. But here's where it gets controversial. As the city gears up to host the second SMX playoff race of the Super Motocross World Championship, fans are buzzing about whether this year's event will live up to the legendarily chaotic and unforgettable races of the past. The Dome at America's Center, formerly known as the Transworld Dome and Edward Jones Dome, has been the stage for heart-stopping moments. And let's not forget the dirt. Riders swear by the unique St. Louis soil, which has played a silent yet pivotal role in shaping these races. But before we dive into what's next, let's take a trip down memory lane to revisit the most iconic battles that have defined Supercross in St. Louis. 2024. The Comeback King and the Chaos. Last year's Monster Energy AMA Supercross event in St. Louis was nothing short of dramatic. Eli Tomac clinched his first victory after a devastating Achilles tendon injury in 2023, making it his only win of the season. But the real fireworks came in the Triple Crown format. In Race 2, the AMA threw a red cross flag alongside the checkers. Yet Jet Lawrence and nearly half the field still jumped the finish line, resulting in a wave of penalties. And this is the part most people miss. In the final race, Lawrence was T-boned by Justin Barcia, miraculously escaping without serious injury. Through the chaos, Tomac held on for a hard-fought win that left fans in awe. 2020, Roczen's redemption. Ken Roczen's journey back to the top was nothing short of emotional. After a career-threatening crash in 2017, he finally secured a Supercross win in St. Louis, nearly 3 years later. While the race itself was straightforward, Roczen quickly overtook Zach Osborne and never looked back. The emotional weight of this victory was immense. It wasn't just a win. It was a testament to resilience and perseverance. 2010, the Battle of the Ryans. In one of the most brutal races in recent memory, Ryan Dungey and Ryan Villopoto were locked in a fierce points battle late in the season. With Villopoto leading and Dungey hot on his heels, the pressure was palpable. But disaster struck when Villopoto hit exposed concrete beneath the soft dirt, causing his bike to wheel spin on a jump. He came up short, breaking his leg in a crash that ended his season. Dungey's path to the title was suddenly clear. But at what cost? Bold question. Was this a tragic accident or a consequence of pushing too hard? 2014. Stewart's last stand. St. Louis holds the distinction of hosting the final AMA Supercross wins for both Jane Stewart and Ricky Carmichael. Stewart's 2014 victory is often overlooked, as it didn't seem like his career was winding down at the time. He was in top form that year, and while bad luck kept him from challenging Ryan Villopoto for the championship, he proved he could beat the three-time champ in individual races. His block pass on Villopoto in St. Louis remains a highlight of his career. 2007, Carmichael's lucky break. Ricky Carmichael's last AMA Supercross win came courtesy of an unexpected twist. Chad Reed and James Stewart took each other out in a heated battle, leaving Carmichael to cruise to victory. Stewart later retaliated against Reed in the same corner, reigniting their infamous rivalry. As Stewart famously said, "I hated Chad." Carmichael, meanwhile, jokes that he was more than happy to take one last win. Controversial take. Did Reed and Stewart's rivalry inadvertently crown Carmichael? 2006. The night everything went wrong. Ricky Carmichael's rise to GOAT status was built on consistency. Until the 2006 St. Louis event. First, he suffered a terrifying crash in his heat race, then went down in the first turn of the main event, breaking his shock spring. Jane Stewart, poised to capitalize, crashed and couldn't restart his bike. Chad Reed emerged as the unlikely winner, flipping a disappointing season into a points lead. Thought-provoking question. Was this a case of bad luck or the universe balancing the scales? 2008, The rookie versus the favorite. The 2008 Supercross Lights class finale in St. Louis was a championship battle for the ages. Rookie Trey Canard and title favorite Ryan Villopoto fought tooth and nail for the win. Canard led early, but Villopoto took the lead back. In a heart-stopping finish, Canard dove inside and Villopoto crashed into the finish line structure. Did Canard take him out? The contact was minimal, but the controversy lingers. Old question. Does intent matter when a title is on the line? 1996. The perfect season shattered. St. Louis's debut on the Supercross schedule in 1996 was historic. Jeff Emig, a Missouri native, held off Jeremy McGrath in a thrilling battle, ending McGrath's bid for the first perfect season in AMA Supercross history. McGrath had won 13 consecutive races, but Emig's victory cemented this as one of the sport's most consequential moments. As we look ahead to the 2025 SMX playoff race, one thing is clear. St. Louis has a way of turning races into legends. But what will this year's event bring? Will it be a night of redemption, chaos, or controversy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't hold back.